Today we're going to take a look at Lady Mikage, the incredible new mythical fusion in Raid Shadow Legends. Hey guys, finally he sleeps here. Today we're going to take a look at Lady Mikage, the new fusion as part of the new mythical champions that were added recently into the game. She looks incredible. I love the whole spider thing she's got going on. Even in her basic form, she looks pretty fantastic. We're going to take a look at her kit and discuss what all is required to get her into your stable of champions. First though, make sure you subscribe here at YouTube. Turn on notifications so you never miss when a video goes live here on the new Raid channel. Check out the rest of my links, including Twitch. I do have presence across multiple channels here on YouTube. So there's games, car culture as well. So make sure you check those out. All right, so Lady Mikage, let's get into it. Her basic form looks pretty cool. She's another of the Shadowkin realm, which they all kind of have that same similar look here. Very, let's say, it's like old school kung fu look. So, and I'm digging it. All right, so let's take a look at her kit. For her A1, she's putting shield on an ally, but the shield is based on her max HP, 10% of it, and the ally with the lowest HP gets it for 2 turns. She also attacks a random she attacks with a random ally as long as they're from the Shadowkin faction in her attack. So she's laying down shields, and it's an ally attack as long as you have 2 champions from Shadowkin in there. So it kind of comes into how you're building your team here. Her A2 is an AoE. This one is a sort of a cleansing one here. It decreases duration of all enemy buffs and ally debuffs by 1 turn, then increases the duration of enemy debuffs and ally buffs by 1 turn. So it's flipping the numbers. That is going to be big, specifically if you're trying to keep debuffs on the boss that you're dealing with. Her A3 is an increased attack and increased crit damage on all allies for 2 turns. Then it is an all team join attack. That is huge. They all team up to attack a single enemy. It's a 4-turn fully booked cooldown. I am very excited about that one. We'll skip her A4 because it's basically just her shifting over her metamorphosis. Her passive at the start of this champion's turn removes all debuffs from the ally with the highest attack. That is a cool cleanse. So you're keeping your nuker in the mix. She has a aura of all ally accuracy in all battles by 80. That's big as well. That's like Mythbane level proportion of accuracy. Excellent. All right, so let's look at when she shifts into her Kim Kardashian version with the giant, look at the cake on that. Wow. This is probably my favorite champion in the game visually right now. She is huge, big legs, giant spider body. I mean, visually she is unreal. I love this look of this champion. A1, sleep for 1 turn, and then decreases the target's turn meter by 15%. A2 decreases the target's turn meter of all enemies by 30%, and it's an AoE stun. Her A3 is increased accuracy buff on all champions, allied champions, which is, I love increased accuracy. And she removes all buffs from all enemies and swaps them out with a 25% weakened debuff for 2 turns. So she's just a complete wipe. That is very similar to like Madame Saris' ability to pull off buffs and replace. I love that. Huge. Passive. At the start of this champion's turn, decreases the turn meter of the enemy with the highest attack by 15%. Again, she's helping your nuker on top of it. Once it's set to level 2, it ignores resistance plus 20%. I am loving this, and it's the same aura. Kit wise, she is amazing. I cannot wait to use her. Okay, so the question is, what do we have to do to get her into the game? What do we have to do to get her into our stable of champions? It's a fusion, so there's a lot going to be involved, and it's not necessarily a farming fusion as it is a fusion that you're going to use champions that you've obtained before or that you've obtained coming into it. There are several of these champions as part of this that are from past fusions. So it's a possibility that you have some of these champions left over from a fusion event that you didn't max out or you didn't claim everything. So you might want to take a look and see what all you have coming in. Again, there's several here that are past obtainable fusions. You have 2 legendaries and 2 epics. You have 1 epic that's in the Void realm and Void aura for the 4 rares that make him up are Void as well. It's just going to be, where are you? How many of these champions do you already have? What's your kind of luck factor? I already have Lady Creel here, so that's going to save me a ton of time. And you know what's frustrating of this? You look at a few of these and I think, I've already had multiple champions in this fusion. Why did I use them as food? So if you don't have any of the legendaries or epics there in the second row that actually get you to Lady Mikage, the 16 at the bottom, how are you going to obtain those? The 8 on the left will only be achievable through Ancient, Sacred, and the new Primal Shards. The next 4 that are here are rare, and those will actually you can get those from Mystery because they're just rares. So like, you know, Risk Arm, True Gore, and the other 2 that I already actually have, those you can in essence find in Mystery Shards as you continue to roll this, because they're just rares. Mystery, Ancient, you're not going to be able to get them through Sacred. That's just going to be Mystery and Ancient. Now the final 4 on the right will only come from Void Shards. Now that's actually kind of a positive there for Void Shards, because this is one of the very few things that now give you an advantage to using your Void Shards to obtain rares. I can't think of anything else in the game where you use your Void Shards, you come up with a whole bunch of rares, and they just became food. There was no point to using them. So now Void events will actually be pushed towards here. Now this is a one-time and done fusion, so once you complete it once, you're finished. You earn Lady Mikage and then you're done. You put her into your team and this goes away. So it's kind of like SCARAB, but in essence it's just another pack luck part of the game. You can't actually play the game and farm for these. You can farm for shards and then hope you get lucky, but that's about it. So, but again, she's fantastic. She is well worth waiting and fighting for. And much like SCARAB, she's a champion that most of us will end up with eventually. It's just a matter of how long does it take you to come up with the components to put the fusion together. All right, that's it. Make sure you subscribe here. If I missed anything or you have her and you want to tell everybody about how well and fantastic she is, make sure you put it in the comments below. And finally, he sleeps. As long as you guys keep tuning in, I'll keep making videos. Thanks for watching. If you haven't noticed, my YouTube channel has expanded. Subscribe here for Raid Shadow Legends content, but make sure you check out my other channels as well for EA Sports FC, everything automotive over at Gearheads, and visit Cringeworthy for a few laughs. Subscribe links are right over there.